So, nasa product rule of differentiation na tayo. So, in this video, we're going to discuss a product rule of differentiation with a given algebraic function. Okay? So, just like what I mentioned sa last video, we need to discuss product rule of differentiation in a basic manner. Kumbaga, i-discuss natin yung application ng product rule of differentiation sa given ng algebraic function. Para sa susunod, if we have different types of function, tapos kailangan mong gamitin ng product rule of differentiation, alam mo na kung anong gagawin. Kasi in here, the way on how would you use product rule of differentiation sa given ng isang algebraic function, ganun din ang gagawin nyo sa mga ibang types ng function or magka-mix na functions. Okay? So, in here, let's just say we have f of x at saka si g of x. We have two functions. So, syempre, pag product, ibig sabihin nun, multiplication. So, it means we have f of x times g of x or ganito yung tsura niya. F of x, g of x. Okay, ganito yung maging tsura niya. Okay? So, that means magkadikit ang dalawang functions. Okay? So, kapag magkadikit ang dalawang functions, it means ano? It means na ang operation ginamit to separate the two functions ay multiplication. Kung naalala nyo dun sa last video, yung sum and difference, rule of differentiation, di ba, we use addition or subtraction operation. Dito, ginamit natin ay multiplication operation. So kapag magkadikit silang dalawa, it means there are what? Ano? Kapag magkadikit sila, ibig sabihin nun, they are separated by the multiplication operation. Kumbaga, imumultiply mo silang dalawa. Okay? So, ano yung derivative nito? What is the derivative of the product of the given two functions? So, ito yung formula niya. Ay, teka lang. Mali ako ng paglagay. Isulat ko na lang. I think that would be better. So, ang derivative ng f of x, ayusin ko, f of x times g of x is equal to f of x times the derivative, the derivative of g of x plus g of x, g of x times the derivative of f of x. Yan. Yan yung formula niya. Okay? That's it. So in here, ulitin ko, the derivative of f of x times g of x is equal to f of x times the derivative of g of x plus g of x times the derivative of f of x. Mahaba, no? It's to be honest, it's actually long. All right? Especially the way how I write it, mahaba talaga at inayos ko pa nga yung handwriting ko rito. Pero I would like to be creative. You know, mas maganda kung gawin kong creative itong formula para at least madali nyo siyang i-memorize or i-familiarize. Okay? So, ganito. Si f of x, okay, i-substitute ko siya ng letter U. Okay, capital U. Alright? Si g of x naman, gagamit ako ng capital V. Okay? Then, kung kukunin mo yung derivative ng f of x, okay, gawin ko siyang d capital U. Okay? Tapos, si derivative of g of x naman, gawin ko siyang, gawin ko siyang d capital V. Okay? So, big sabihin nun, mapapapalitan to. yung mga sinulat ko mga notations dito. So, ganito mangyayari. So, we will have the derivative of f of x or si letter u. So, magiging u. Okay? Times g of x or si v. So, magiging the derivative of uv. Okay? Then, i-substitute natin. F of x is u. Tapos, si derivative of gx ay si dv. So, times dv. Plus, si g of x ay si v. Times yung derivative ng f of x ay du. O, see? So, which one looks more convenient? Yung original na formula which is ito, yung nasa taas, or yung nasa baba, imbes na yung mga formal na notations ginamit ko, I use two letters which is U and V. Okay? So for me, syempre, mas madali yung ito. Mas madali ito kasi this one is easy to memorize. Okay? So, kapag may nakita kang dalawang functions, magkadikit-dikit, tapos gagamit ka ng product rule of differentiation, so, you will use this formula. U times dv plus v times du. Or, u dv plus v du. Okay? Or try nyo itong gawing para siyang mnemonic. Okay? u dv v du. Ulitin ko u dv v du. Okay? So, yun. Alright? Don't worry. Ipapakita ko naman to pag magsasagot tayo ng mga examples. And speaking of examples, let's try to have some. Okay? So suppose we have the given problem nito. Let's just say meron tayong x cubed times quantity 2x minus 3. Kung mapapansin nyo, magkadikit si x cubed at saka si quantity 2x minus 3. If you're going to recall, kung gagamit ka ng sum and difference rule, di ba ang gagawin mo is that i-expand mo siya, di ba? Pero how about this one? Imbes na i-expand mo, tapos gagamit ka ng sum and difference rule, how about we use product rule? Overall, kasi meron tayong magkadikit na dalawang functions. Magkadikit silang dalawa. Okay? So, una, piliin mo which one will be your u and which one will be your v. Okay? So, for me, pipiliin ko si x cube as my u. Tapos itong naka-quantity or parenthesis, siya si v. Okay? Kahit saan dyan, it's okay. Which one would you prefer? Your u will be yung naka-parenthesis at saka si v magiging x cube or yung u magiging x cube tapos yung v yung naka-parenthesis. Okay? So, u is x cube, 'di ba? Tapos si v, siya si 2x minus 3. Ngayon, kunin natin si du, yung derivative ng u mo, which is si x cube. So, what is the derivative of x cube? So, ito, we have a variable na may exponent, so we will use power rule of differentiation. So, magiging 3x raised to 3 minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. So, magiging 3x squared na yan. Next, kunin natin si dv or yung derivative ng v. So, si v ay 2x minus 3. So, let's get the derivative of 2x minus 3. So, anong derivative ng 2x? Ang derivative ng 2x ay si 2. Anong derivative ng negative 3? Ito ay magiging 0. Hence, we have dv as your 2. O, diba? And dahil dyan, let's now substitute the formula. So, magiging u times dv plus v times du. Okay? So, cu, which is si x cube, times si dv, which is si 2, plus si v, which is si 2x minus 3, then si du, which is si 3x squared. Ayan. That's it. Okay na. So now, what we can do here is we will simplify. Yeah, we will simplify expression. So, x cubed times 2, magiging 2x cubed. Tapos ito sa second term, ang gagawin ko is I will distribute 3x squared to this expression. So 3x squared times 2x magiging 6x cubed. Okay? Then 3x squared times negative 3 magiging negative 9x squared. See? That's it. Now, after that, we can now combine similar terms. I-simplify natin to. Si 2x cubed at saka si 6x cubed, magka-similar sila. So we're going to add them together. So 2x cubed plus 6x cubed is 8x cubed minus 9x squared. So this is now your final answer. Or, pwede pa natin siyang i-simplify. Okay, pwede pa. Pwede pa naman itong i-simplify. So, ito, if you're going to recall, if you're going to observe, 8x cubed at saka si negative 9x squared are both divisible by x squared. At yan yung greatest common factor nilang dalawa, which is si x squared. Therefore, we can factor out x squared dito. So, magiging x squared times quantity 8x minus 9. So, yan na yung magiging final sagot. That's it. Okay, that's your final answer. Okay? So, try nga natin gamitin yung sum and difference rule. So, di ba, lagay ko rito ha, prove natin kung tama tayo ha. Di ba we have x cubed tapos quantity 2x minus 3. So, i-distribute mo muna to para ma-expand natin tong naka-factored form. So, let's distribute x cubed dito sa naka-parenthesis. So, we will have the derivative of 2x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed. And apply natin ang sum and difference rule. So magiging the derivative of 2x raised to 4 minus the derivative of 3x squared. So ito, kapag meron tayong constant at algebraic function magkatabi, anong mangyayari? We will bring out the constant tapos kunin mo yung derivative ng katabi niyang function. Okay? And the same thing sa second term. So negative 3 times the derivative of x squared. Okay? So kunin natin yung derivative nilang dalawa, which is si x raised to 4 at saka si x squared. So in here, we will use power rule of differentiation. So 2 times the derivative of x raised to 4 ay magiging 4x raised to 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay? Minus 3 times derivative ng x squared magiging 2x raised to 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Or hayaan lang natin itong maging x lang. So now let's simplify. So 2 times 4x cubed magiging 8x cubed. Okay? So, wait lang. Bakit x squared? Ay, sorry pala guys. Hindi pala to x squared eh. X cubed pala to. Patawarin niyo ako guys. Forgive me guys. This is x cubed pala. Sorry. This is cube. Naka-cube pala to. Okay? Mali pala ako. Pasensya na. Alright? Derivative ng x cubed. So, magiging 3x raised to 3 minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. Ayan. So, let's go back. So, 3 times 3x squared, magiging 9x squared. O, diba? So, they are just the same as the answer we have from above. Okay? So, diba? So, yeah, that's a thing. Now, let's try to have other examples. So, how about this one? Ito, parang madali to eh. Parang na-apply natin to ng sum and difference rule. Pero try natin. Okay? So, di ba we have this example? Okay, which is a constant na si 2 times quantity x minus 1. So ito, di ba ang ginawa natin is we use sum and difference, di ba? And expand natin to by distributing 2 to this expression na nakaparenthesis, di ba? Pero why not let's use product rule? Try natin gamitin ng product rule to. Pwede kaya? The answer is yes, pwede naman. Okay? Let U be 2, let V be X minus 1. Mamili kayo kung sino dyan si U at sino dyan si V. Okay? So ito, yung U mo si 2. Okay? Yung V mo si X minus 1. Let's get the derivative of your U. So, nung derivative ng 2? The answer is 0 kasi constant term lang siya. Next, kunin natin derivative ng V. Let's get the derivative of X minus 1. So, we will have 1 minus 0. Ang derivative kasi ng X ay si 1. Ang derivative ng negative 1 ay 0. So, hence, we have 1 as your dV. So, i-substitute natin tong formula. So, magiging u dv plus, wait lang, medyo maliit yung sinusulat ko. Lakyan ko u dv plus v times du. Substitute natin. Yung u mo ay si 2 times si dv which is si 1. Okay? Plus si v which is si x minus 1 times si du which is z 0. So let's simplify. 2 times 1 is just 2. X times x minus 1, 0 times x minus 1 ay 0. So 2 plus 0 is 2. O, diba? Try to use sum and difference. Parehas din ang sagot mo. Magiging 2 yan. So you see, it's easy. Now, let's proceed to other examples. Suppose we have two binomials. The derivative of 2x minus 1. Tapos, sabi natin meron tayong 4x minus 3. Ayan. So, kapag gagamit ka ng sum and difference rule, di ba, i-expand mo to? Di ba? First and foremost, you need to expand before you apply sum and difference rule. Pero, you see, we have two functions. Magkadikit-dikit silang dalawa. Ito at saka ito. So, why not use product rule of differentiation? Pwede naman. Okay? So, let's use 2x minus 1 as your u, 4x minus 3 as my v. So, let u be 2x minus 1. And v, wait lang, v be 4x minus 3. Now, let's get the derivative of your u. Kunin natin yung derivative ng 2x minus 1. So, anong derivative ng 2x? 2. Anong derivative ng negative 1? 0. So, 2 minus 0 is 2. Okay? Next. How about dv? Kumbaga, derivative ng v. Anong derivative ng 4x minus 3? So, let's start with 4x. Anong derivative ng 4x? 4. Anong derivative ng negative 3? 0. So, 4 minus 0 is 4. Ayan. So, let's now substitute the formula. So, we have u times dv plus v times du. So, yung u mo, we have 2x minus 1. Next, si dv, we have 4. Next, we have si v, which is si 4x minus 3. Then, we have du, which is si 2. O, diba? Now, what we're going to do is we will simplify them. Okay? So, there are two ways. Okay, there are two ways. Una, pwede mo namang siyang i-distribute yung mga constant nila. Tapos ipag-combine mo. Tapos, kung meron man silang GCF or greatest common factor, i-factor out mo sila at the end. Or, i-factor out mo muna to. Tapos, dun ka na mag-combine ng similar terms. Okay? Nagigets nyo ba ako? Okay, let's start with the first thing na sinasabi ko. First thing is that, ang pwede kong gawin dito is, in terms of simplification, i-distribute ko mga itong mga constants. Okay? I'll distribute 4 to 2x minus 1, si 2 kay 4x minus 3. Okay? So, let's start with the first term. 2x minus 1 times 4. So, 4 times 2x, magiging 8x. Then, 4 times negative 1, we will have minus 4. Next, dito naman tayo sa second term. So, 2 times 4x, magiging 8x to. And 2 times negative 3, magiging negative 6. Okay? Ayan. So now, let's combine similar terms. So we have 8x plus 8x, so magiging 16x. Negative 4 minus 6, we have negative 10. And that is your final answer. Okay? Or, pwede pa itong i-simplify. Kasi 16x at saka si negative 10 are both divisible by 2. At yan yung greatest common factor nilang dalawa, 2. So magiging 2 times quantity, 8x minus 5. Yan na yung final sagot mo. So that's the first thing. Okay? Or, pwede mo siyang i-simplify na ganito. Okay? Um, do not forget this, guys, ha? Ibubura ko na to. Okay? Ready, set, go. Okay. So, as you can see, dito sa first term at saka sa second term, both of them are divisible by 2. Okay? Both of them are divisible by 2. Kumbaga, yung greatest common factor ng first two terms mo, which is itong dalawa, ay C2. So let's factor out 2 in this expression. So magiging 2 times quantity, 2x minus 1 times 2 plus 4x minus 3. Yan na yung magiging itsura niya. That's it. Okay? Kumbaga parang pinactor out ko si 2 dito sa expression na to. Now, let's simplify. So 2 times, 2 times 2x minus 1, kumbaga i-distribute ko si 2 dito sa polynomial na to, or itong binomial. So, first, we have, wait lang ang gulo ko magsalita. Teka lang Basically, i-distribute muna natin tong si 2 dito sa binomial na to. Okay? So, 2 times 2x, 4x. 2 times negative 1, so magiging negative 2 to. Okay? So, let's copy the other terms. 4x minus 3. Okay? So, now let's simplify. Let's combine similar terms. 4x plus 4x, magiging 8x. Wait lang, ba't parang may mali ako? Nga, no? Wait lang Kasi dapat, tama pala ako. Kala ko mali, sorry. The next, negative 2 minus 3, magiging negative 5 yan. Ayan, that's it. That is your final answer. O, di ba? That's how you use product rule of differentiation. Now, here's the thing though. What if we make it a bit of a challenge? Okay, parang let's have other example na medyo challenge. So let's have the derivative of 2x minus 3 and x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay? Ayan. No, wait, mali ako. 2 pala to. 2. Ayan. So, kanina, last example natin is dalawang binomial. What if meron tayong binomial at trinomial, tapos magkadikit sila? So, kapag gagamit tayo ng sum and difference, anong ginawa natin? Di ba ang tawag nito? We expand first before we apply sum and difference. Dito naman, we can use product rule here. So, pick which one is your u, which one is your v. Okay? So, ako, pipili ko si u as 2x minus 3. Tapos, I will let v as x squared minus 4x plus 2. So, let u be 2x minus 3. Okay? And I will let v as x squared minus 4x plus 3. So, let's get the derivative of your u. Kumbaga, ang derivative ng 2x minus 3. So, ang derivative ng 2x, 2 siya. And ang derivative ng negative 3 ay 0. So, 2 minus 0 ay 2. Next, dito naman tayo sa v. Okay, let's get the derivative of your v. Okay, kunin natin yung derivative ng x squared. We will use power rule of differentiation. So magiging 2x raised to 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1 or just simple as x na lang. Next, kunin natin derivative ng negative 4x. So we will have negative 4. Then kunin natin derivative ng 3, magiging 0 siya. So let's combine similar terms. Negative 4 plus 0 ay negative 4. So pwede na to as your dv or pwede pa naman siyang i-simplify. 2x and negative 4 are both divisible by 2. At yan yung greatest common factor nilang dalawa, which is si 2. So let's factor out 2 here. So we will have 2 times quantity x minus 2. That's it. Now, let's substitute the formula. So u dv plus v du. Okay? U times dv plus v times du. And since yata medyo mahaba to, I think it would be advisable if I'm gonna start right here. Okay? So, i-copy ko na lang to ulit ha. U dv plus v du. Ayan. So, let's substitute. Cu ay si 2x minus 3. Next, si dv, siya ay 2 times x minus 2. By the way, you can use 2x minus 4 kung gusto nyo. Or ito, naka-simplified. For me, pipiliin ko to yung naka-simplified na, yung naka-factored. So yung dv ko ay 2 times quantity x minus 2. Ayan. Alright? Plus, we have your v. Si v naman, siya si x squared. Wait, bakit 3? O nga no, wait lang guys ha. Sorry, hindi pala to 3. 2 pala to. Sorry guys, mali na naman ako. Pasensya na po. Okay? This is 2 ha, 2. Kasi yung given na v mo rito ay 2, hindi 3. Okay? This is 2, not 3. Alright? Sorry po. Anyways, let's go. X squared minus 4x plus 2. Times si du, which is c2. Ayan. So now, let's simplify. So for me, ang pwede kong gawin is mag-factor out muna ako. Kasi ito, si first term at saka si second term, they have greatest common factor. Both of them are divisible by 2 kasi meron silang 2 rito na factor. So, that means I can factor out the 2 in this expression. So, magiging 2 times quantity, 2 times quantity, 2x minus 3 times quantity x minus 2 plus x squared minus 4x plus 2. Ayan na yung magiging tsura niya. Okay? Then, dito yung naka-binomials, you're going to expand them para ma-combine natin yung mga terms dito sa dito. Okay? So, let's expand these two binomials together. So, in here, we will apply FOIL method. Okay? So, ilagay ko rito yung si 2x minus 3 plus x minus 2. So, una, multiply the first terms. So, i-multiply ko si 2 at saka si x. 2x at saka si x. So, 2x times x, magiging 2x squared yan. Okay? Next, outer terms naman. Okay? So, i-multiply ko yung outer terms. Si 2x at saka si negative 2. So, 2x times negative 2, we have negative 4x. Okay? Then next, i-multiply ko yung mga inner terms, yung mga nasa loob. So, we have negative 3 at saka si x. So, negative 3 times x, we have negative 3x. And last but not the least, yung mga last terms. Let's multiply the last term. So, negative 3 times negative 2. So, negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. So, ito, we have this one as your expanded form. Now, let's simplify pa. Kasi si negative 4x at saka si negative 3x, ano sila? Similar terms sila. So, let's combine them by adding them together. So, magiging 2x squared minus 7x plus 6. So therefore, you have 2x squared minus 7x plus 6 as the expanded form for these two binomials. So ikopya natin yung mga ibang terms. Ayan. So now let's simplify pa. Okay? So dito sa loob ng parenthesis, we can combine similar terms. First, si 2x squared at saka si x squared. 2x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. Next, negative 7x at saka si negative 4x, ipag-combine mo silang dalawa, magiging negative 11x yan. Alright? Tapos next, yung dulo, 6 at saka si 2. Parehas silang constant terms. So we need to combine them. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So, sorry. So therefore, ito na yung final answer natin. Okay? So, before that di ba to naka-trinomial to? Okay, this is in trinomial. Okay? So, kapag ito naka-trinomial, ibig sabihin nun, pwede mo siyang i-factor out. Okay? There's a possibility na pwede to magiging factorable. Okay? Kumbaga like pwede mo siyang i-factor out into two binomials. Ang tanong though, if it is factorable or not. Okay? So how would you know kung factorable siya o hindi? So you can use other methods tulad ng quadratic formula or any methods of factoring. So ako, I think na tawag nito, I think I have introduced you yung favorite kong factoring method which is slide and divide, di ba? So try natin kaya itong tignan kung factorable ba ito. Okay. Itong si 3x squared minus 11x plus 8. Tingnan natin, ha? So first, I will apply slide and divide. So slide ko si 3 sa 8. So mangyari dyan, we have x squared minus 11x plus 8 times 3. So what happened? So ito, i-multiply mo syempre si 8 at 3. So in here, we have x squared minus 11x 24. Na yun. In here, let's find the factored form yan. So, syempre, una dapat tingnan mo yung factors ng constant. Dito ka mag-focus. Kasi dapat, kung ano yung factors ng 24, tapos pagka-add mo, magiging negative 11 sila, then it means factorable siya. Kasi kung hindi, it means it's not factorable. Ulitin ko, maghanap ka ng dalawang factors na kapag minultiply mo silang dalawa, magiging positive 4. At pag in-add mo silang dalawa, magiging negative 11. Okay? If one of them or all of them doesn't approve, meaning it's not factorable. Okay? So ano yung factors ng 24? Okay what are the factors that could result to 24? Meron tayong 7 times 3, di ba? Meron tayong 6 times 4. Okay, meron tayong 12 times 2, di ba? Kasi 12 times 2 is 24. Okay? So ano pa? I think yun lang, no? 1 times 24, syempre. So, 1 times 24, 24 syempre. Pero kung i-add mo tong dalawa, 1 plus 24, anong sagot? 25. So, 25 is not equal to 11. 7 times 3 is, hindi pala to 7. Wait lang guys, 8 pala. Sorry po. Hindi pala 7. 8 pala. Sorry. Sorry guys. It's 8. Forgive me. Okay? So, here's the thing. 8 times 3 is 24. Diba? 24 siya. Sakto. Pero kung i-add mo sila, positive 11 siya, diba? So, positive 11 is not equal to negative 11. Next, 6 times 4. Diba? 24. Pero pag i-add mo silang dalawa, 6 plus 4 ay 10. 10 is not equal to negative 11. And lastly, 12 times 2 is 24. So kung i-add mo silang dalawa, 12 plus 2 is 14. So, hindi siya equal kay negative 11. However, there's one more factor that I would like to add. What if meron tayong negative 8 times negative 3? Negative 8 times 3 is positive 24, di ba? Ngayon, i-add natin sila. Negative 8 plus negative 3. Or basically, negative 8 minus 3. Ang sagot nito ay negative 11. So, ibig sabihin nun, ano? Ibig sabihin nun, factorable ito. So, therefore, ano yung maging factored form niya? So, magiging x minus 8 at x minus 3. Ayan na siya. O, di ba? That's it. Finish. Okay? Pero, di ba na-slide natin si 3 kay 8, which is andito yun, di ba? So that means we need to divide the numbers by 3. Okay? Negative 8 divided by 3 is still negative 8 divided by 3. Kumbaga, you cannot divide negative 8 by 3. So kapag hindi kaya siyang i-divide, ilagay si 3 sa katabi ng x. So magiging 3x minus 8. Then ito, x minus 3. So that means i-divide natin si negative 3 by 3. So negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. So magiging x minus 1. So therefore, yan na yung factored form nito. Okay? So we will have 2 times quantity 3x minus 8 times x minus 1. At yan na yung final sagot natin. Nakasimplified na. O di ba? So basically guys, if you encounter a trinomial at yan yung final sagot mo, tignan mo kung pwede siyang i-factor out. Kung hindi, hayaan mo na siya. Pero kung sa tingin mo, pwede pala, then why not? Kasi that would be better para sa akin. It would be better if you're going to factor it out. Okay? So that's it. Now, let's take a, sabi nating, bit of a challenge. Okay? Let's just say, let's have 2 more examples, kumbaga. So in here, what if meron tayong ganito? Isang binomial, let's just say we have 4x minus 5. Tapos meron tayong squared binomial, which is 3x minus 4. Okay? Raised to 2. Pwede pa to kayanin ng product rule? The answer is yes. Basta magkadikit sila, possible pa rin yun. It's possible to use product rule of differentiation basta magkadikit silang dalawa. So pick which one would be your U and which one would be your V. Pero wait lang. Paano mo to i-differentiate? Okay, 'di ba? Syempre, ito I'll go straight to the point. Ito si U. Pipiliin ko to si U. Ito yung naka-square, si V ito. Pero paano mo to kukunin ng derivative nito? Kasi nga 'di ba may dv. So paano mo siya kukunin? I-expand mo pa. Okay, you have to expand it before you get the derivative. Okay? Actually, there is a specific rule. Kapag meron kang polynomial, kahit binomial siya or trinomial, tapos meron siyang exponent, there's a specific rule for that, which is paggamit ng chain rule of differentiation. Pero, sa susunod pa ng topic natin yan i-discuss. Sa susunod pa. Okay? Sa susunod pa. Like soon. Like very, very far pa. Like sa susunod pa. Okay? Kasi advanced na yun. Okay? For now, stick muna tayo dito. Okay? Okay. So ito. So we have this one. Alright? So i-expand natin to. Okay? Kasi ito, yung naka-exponent na 2 or naka-exponent na 3, kaya yan i-expand. Kaya yan. So, how will you expand this one? Okay? Remember yung algebraic technique na tinuro ko? Yan ang gagamitin natin. Ha? So, ano yung first step? You need to square the first term, di ba? Second step is 2 times the first term at saka si second term. Then, si third step ay square mo yung second term. O, di ba? So, si 3x, siya si first. Okay, si first term. Si negative 4, siya si second term. So, i-square mo si first term. So, basically, square mo si 3x. So, anong square ng 3x? This is 9x squared. Next, 2 times the first term times the second term. So, magiging 2 times the first term, si 3x, times the second term, which is si negative 4. So, 2 times 3x is 6x. Times negative 4, magiging negative 24x. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Next, sa dulo naman, last step is square si second term. So, we're going to square negative 4. So, anong square ng negative 4? 16. Now, let's add them together. Okay? Una, let me rewrite the other terms given. So, we have like 4x minus 5. Tapos here, i-add natin lahat ng mga terms. Okay, we have 9x squared plus negative 24x or minus 24x plus 16. That's it. Ayan. There we go. That's it. Now, what we can do is we can apply, what do you call this one? Product rule. Okay? Pumili ka which one is your U, which one is your V. So, as I mentioned, this is my U and this is my V. Now, let's go. So, my U is 4x minus 5. And my V is 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Kunin natin yung derivative ng U. So let's get the derivative of 4x minus 5. Anong derivative ng 4x? This is 4. Anong derivative ng negative 5? This is 0. So 4 minus 0 is 4. Next, kunin natin yung derivative ng V. So anong derivative ng 9x squared? So we have a constant at an ano yun? Algebraic function. So magiging next, derivative ng negative 24x, ang sagot mo ay 24. And next, ang derivative ng 16 ay 0. Okay? So we still need to differentiate pa. So 9 times ang derivative ng x squared. So we will use product rule of differentiation. So magiging 2x raised to 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So we will have x na lang. Then here we have negative 24 plus 0. So magiging negative 24 lang siya. So now let's simplify. 2 times 9 is 18. So magiging 18x minus 24x. Done. So yun yung magiging dv mo. Or pwede mo siyang i-simplify. Kasi si 18x at saka si negative 24, they are both divisible by 3. At yan yung magiging greatest common factor nilang dalawa, si 3. So let's factor out 3 in this expression. So magiging 3 times quantity, 6x minus 8. Wait a minute. Teka. Kaya lang Hindi pala, mali pala ako guys. Yung greatest common factor pala nila ay 6. Tama, si 18x at saka si negative 24, divisible sila ng 3. Tama, okay. They are both divisible by 3. Pero ang hinahanap ko kasi ay si greatest common factor. Okay? Kumbaga yung largest common factor nilang dalawa, which is si 6. Okay? Si 6 yun. So therefore, I will factor out 6 in this expression. So magiging 6 times quantity x tuloy 3x minus 4. Ayan. Yan yung greatest common factor. Okay, bigyan ko kayo ng example. Di ba we have 18 at saka si negative 24. Okay? So ano yung mga factors ng 18? Pwedeng si 1, di ba? Pwede ring si 2. Pwede ring si 3. Pwede ring si 6. Okay? At pwede ring si 9. So let's stop right there. Si negative 24, ano yung mga factors niya? 'Di ba? Pwede namang si 1, pwede ring si 2, pwede ring si 3, pwede ring si 4. Okay? Kasi si 24, divisible din yan by 4. Okay? Pwede rin si 6. Okay? O, di ba? Pwede rin yang si 8. So, ano yung greatest common factor nila? Okay? So, as you can see, kung makikita mo, meron silang 1, meron silang 2, at meron silang 3. At meron silang 6, di ba? Pero which one is the largest value? Ang largest value niya ay si 6, di ba? Therefore, siya yung greatest common factor. Okay, nakukuha nyo ba? So, yun na yun. Actually, guys, basic lang to. Dapat alam niyo na to nung basic algebra or at least I think elementary mathematics yata to. I'm not sure pero basics to guys, dapat alam niyo na to. Okay, so yun. At least nakuha niyo na yung idea kung paano ko na-factor out to. Now, let's substitute. So dito na ako maglagay ng solution. So u times dv plus v times du. So let's start with u. So cu, we have quantity 4x minus 5. dv, we have 6 times quantity 3x minus 4. Next, we have CV, which is ito, si trinomial na si 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Then next, si DU, which is si 4. Ayan. So, times 4. Ayan. That's it. Now, let's simplify. Unang gawin ko rito is i-factor out ko to. Kasi itong si first term at saka si second term, both of them are divisible by 2. Kumbaga, yung greatest common, both of them are divisible by 2. At yan yung greatest common factor nilang dalawa. Okay? Yung greatest common factor ng first term at saka ang second term mo ay si 2. Okay? Bakit? Kasi we have 6 at saka si 4. 6 and 4 are both divisible by 2 yan. So we can factor it out by factoring 2. So we have 2 times quantity 4x minus 5 times 3 times quantity 2x minus 4 plus 9x squared minus 24x plus 16 times 2. Diba? So, una, para hindi tayo magkalito-lito, I'll bring all the constants sa harap. So, itong si 3, ilagay ko siya sa harap dito. So, I will have 3 times quantity 4x minus 5. Then, 2x minus 4. Plus, itong si 2, ilagay ko siya sa harap. So, magiging 2 times quantity 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Okay? Then now, let's distribute the constants. Ay, wait lang. Bago natin siya distribute, i-expand natin to. Itong nakadalawang binomial. I-expand natin siya. Okay? So let's expand 4x minus 5 and 2x minus 4. Ayan. So we will use FOIL method. Okay? So una, okay, remember, I think naturo ko naman to sa inyo noong previous video. So I'm gonna go straight to the point na ha. So multiply the first two terms. First two. Yeah, mali ako. Let's multiply the first terms. So 4x times 2x magiging 8x squared. Then next, multiply the outer terms. So 4x times negative 4. So we have negative 16x. Okay? Next, multiply natin yung mga inner terms. So negative 5 times 2x magiging negative 10x. Then last but not the least, multiply natin yung mga last terms. So 4x, negative 5 times negative 4 magiging positive 20 yan. O, diba? That's it. Pero simplify natin to. Kasi si 16x at saka si negative 10, both of them are similar terms. So we can combine them together. So negative 16x minus 10 is negative 26x. Okay? Ay, sorry. Wait lang . Ay. Yan. Negative 26x. Alright? Plus 20. Ayan. So let's copy the other terms. By the way, I'm doing it slowly para di tayo magkalito-lito. Ayan, that's it. Now, we can distribute the constants. Okay? So, distribute natin si 3 dito sa expression na to. So, we will have 2 times quantity, 3 times 8, 8x squared pala, sorry, magiging 24x squared. Next, 3 times negative 26. So, this is negative 78x. Then, ito, 3 times 20, magiging 60. Alright, next, ito naman tayo. Dito naman tayo sa 2. I mean, sa second term, kumbaga. Let's distribute 2 to this expression. So, 2 times 9x squared, magiging 18x squared. Next, 2 times negative 24x, magiging negative 48x. And last but not the least, 2 times 16, magiging 32. Ito, ayan. Now, let's combine similar terms. 24x squared at saka si 18x squared, similar sila. So, let's combine them. 24x squared plus 18x squared, magiging 42x squared. Ay, bakit naging 4? 42 po. Sorry. 42x squared. Next, negative 78x at saka si negative 48x, we will combine them because both of them are similar. So, negative 78x minus 48x magiging negative 126x. And lastly, combine natin yung mga constant terms. 60 plus 32. Okay? So, 60 plus 32 is 92. Ayan. So, this is now your final answer. Or actually, pwede pa tong i-simplify. Okay? Pwede pa tong i-simplify. Okay? Kasi to, I think factorable naman to. Okay? In terms of yung GCF nila o yung greatest common factor nila. Okay? So, I think, wait, tinan ko nga, check ko nga yung greatest common factor nila. Okay, I'm back. So, ito, si 42x squared, si negative 26x, at saka si 92, all of them are divisible by 2. Okay? So, that, yeah, divisible silang lahat by 2. At yan yung greatest common factor nila, which is C2. So that means we can factor out 2 in this expression or itong trinomial na to. So we will have 2 times 2 times 21x squared minus, I think this is 63x. Okay, tama ba ako? 63x. Just making sure. Okay, tama. Then 92. This is 46. Okay, that's it. So plus 46. Okay. So, yeah. Ito, we have 2 times 2. So, magiging 4 na to. So, we have 4 times quantity 21x squared minus 63x plus 46. At yan na yung final sagot natin. O, di ba? It's easy. Pero, yun nga lang, tawag nito, medyo ano nga lang siya. Medyo, ano nga lang, tawag nito, parang, let's just say tedious. Kasi medyo mahaba, konti. Depende kasi sa given. Okay? So, here's the thing though. Di ba nga, sabi ko na there's no need for it to expand pagdating sa mga polynomials na may exponent, di ba? There's no need for it to expand. Okay? So, we can just use chain rule of differentiation, which is to be discussed in the future pa kasi advanced na yon. So, meaning, applicable na rin to sa mga, sa mga polynomials na may exponent na greater than 4 or greater than 3. Meron ding mga polynomials kasi na exponent nila ay naka-fraction. So, hindi yan kayang i-expand. So, those types of polynomials na may exponent na greater than 3 or kaya naka-fraction, they will be solved with the use of chain rule of differentiation. Pero yung mga ganito, yung mga basic looking lang, you can still do it. You can still apply product rule. So let's have the last problem or exercise natin for today, which is dalawang given na trinomials. Mahaba, challenging, pero worth it. Okay, worth it naman siya. So we have the derivative of quantity 3x squared minus x plus 1, okay, times quantity 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. Ayan. So kapag meron kang dalawang trinomial, it is still applicable with the use of product rule. Yes, basta magkadikit-dikit lang sila. Okay? So, dito, alright, you can now pick which one will be your u and which one will be your v. Okay? So, yung u mo rito, that would be 3x squared minus x plus 1. Tapos here, we have your v. We have 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. Ngayon, let's get the derivative of your u. So, kunin natin yung derivative nito. So, let's start with the first one. What is the derivative of 3x squared? So, magiging 3 times the derivative of x squared. Okay? Next, derivative ng negative x, maging negative 1 yan. Then lastly, derivative ng 1 ay 0. Okay? So let's continue differentiating. So anong derivative ng x squared? So this is 2x raised to 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So we can just leave it as x. The next, negative 1 plus 0, maging negative 1 lang siya. So therefore, 3 times 2x tapos minus 1, we have 6x minus 1. That would be your du. Now, let's go to your dv. Anong derivative ng 4x squared minus 2x plus 3? So, let's start with the first term. Anong derivative ng 4x squared? So, we will have 4 times the derivative of x squared minus derivative ng 2x ay negative 2 plus derivative ng 3 ay 0. So, let's continue differentiating. So 4 times the derivative ng x squared ay 2x raised to 2 minus 1. Or just simple as 2x raised to 1 na siya. Okay? Then, minus 2 plus 0, magiging minus 2 lang to. So let's simplify further. So 4 times 2x is 8x minus 2. So this is your dv. Or, pwede mo namang siyang i-simplify. Because 8x at saka si negative 2 are both divisible by 2. At yan yung greatest common factor nilang dalawa, which is si 2. So let's factor out 2 in this expression. So we will have 2 times quantity 4x minus 1. So mahaba to. Pero kaya naman yan, guys. Okay, kasi last example lang naman to. Alright? So, now, let's substitute the formula. U dv plus v du. So, yung u mo, this is 3x squared minus x plus 1. Ay, tama ba ako? Yeah, correct. Times dv, which is ito. So, times 2 times quantity 4x minus 1. Plus v, which is ito, si 4x squared. So, we have 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. Tama ba ako? Okay. Then, times si du, which is 6x minus 1. So, in here, okay, una sa lahat, ilagay ko si constant sa harap. Okay, para dito may harapan. So, we have 2 times quantity, 3x squared, minus x plus 1, times quantity, 4x minus 1. Ayan. So, that's it. And let's copy the other terms. So in here, as usual, we're going to distribute. Una, distribute pala. Mali pala ako. So as usual, we're going to expand. Yun, sorry ako. Sorry, mali ako ng wording. Expand. So ito kasi naka-factor kasi si first term at saka si second term. We will expand them para makakombine natin yung similar terms nila so that we can reach to the simplified answer. So ito, let's focus on the first term. Ito. So we will manually expand this one. So pick which one polynomial looks simple. So syempre, pipiliin ko si 4x minus 1 kasi siya yung simple looking na polynomial. Maikli kasi siya. So ilagay natin siya sa harap. 4x minus 1 tapos 3x squared minus x plus 1. So kung ito yung pinili mo, si 4x minus 1, ang gagawin mo is that yung mga terms nila, which is si 4x at saka si negative 1, i-distribute mo yan lahat dito sa sa 3x squared minus x plus 1. Okay? So let's start with 4x. Let's distribute 4x to this trinomial. 4x times 3x squared, this is 12x raised to 3. Next, 4x times negative x, maging negative 4x squared. Okay? Then next, 4x times 1, magiging positive 4x. So good. Now, let's proceed to the second term. So negative 1 times 3x squared. Dito tayo magsisimula sa baba ng 4x squared, which is negative 3x squared. Next, negative 1 times negative x. This is positive x. Then lastly, negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Now, let's combine. Okay? So, kumbaga, let's add them. Ibaba natin si 12x cubed. Tapos, negative 4x squared minus 3x squared magiging negative 7x squared. Then next, 4x plus x magiging 5x. Then minus 1. O, diba? So, therefore, you have, sa first term, you have 2 times quantity 12x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x, plus 5x minus 1. Okay? Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa second term. Ito naman. So as always, pick which one of the polynomials looks simple. So syempre si 6x minus 1 kasi may key lang siya. So ilagay natin siya sa harap, 6x minus 1. Then let's copy the other polynomial, which is ito, yung naka-trinomial. Then we will do the same thing kung anong ginawa natin dito sa kaliwa. Okay? So let's distribute 6x dito sa expression na to. So 6x times 4x squared, we have 24x cubed. Next, 6x times negative 3x, we have negative 18x squared. Then next, 6x times 3, we have positive 18x. Ayan. Now let's proceed to the second term, which is the negative 1. So negative 1 times 4x squared, we will have negative 4x squared. Next, negative 1 times negative 3x, magiging positive 3x. And lastly, negative 1 times positive 3, magiging negative 3. Now, let's combine. Let's bring down 24x cubed. The next, negative 18x squared minus 4x squared, magiging negative 20x squared na siya. Okay? The next, wait, tama ba ako? 18, 92. Okay, tama. Next, 18x plus 3x, magiging 21x na siya. Then, let's bring down negative 2. So, therefore, we have plus 24x cubed minus 22x squared plus 21x minus 3. Ayan na siya. Now, we're not done yet kasi hindi pa natin na, hindi pa natin na distribute si 2 dito sa expression na to. I mean, we did not distribute 2 to this expression yet. Hindi pa. So, distribute natin siya. So, in here, 2 times 12x cubed, magiging 24x cubed. 2 times negative 7x squared maging negative 14x squared. 2 times 5x maging 10x na siya. And next, 2 times negative 1 maging negative 2. Then now let's copy the other terms. Now let's simplify. Okay? So we can now combine similar terms. 24x cubed at saka si 24x cubed, they are exactly the same. So we can combine them together. So 24x cubed plus 24x cubed, we have 48x cubed. Next, we have negative 14x squared at saka si negative 22x squared. So we can combine them together because both of them are similar. So negative 14x squared minus 22x squared, we will have negative 36x squared. Alright? Then next, meron tayong 10x at saka si 21x. So 10x plus 21x, we will have positive 31x. Tama ba ako? In-overthink ko, sorry. I'm just being sure, bro. Now, last but not the least, let's combine the similar terms. Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. Ayan, so this is now your final answer. And it seems like wala silang greatest common factor. So, I think this is now your final answer. O, diba? This is how you use product rule of differentiation. Wait lang, ibaba ko pala yung sagot. Sorry. Yan pala, ito. So this is how you use product rule of differentiation. Believe me, there are other cases na pwede mo pala siyang gamitin ng product rule of differentiation. Especially mga naka-rational expression, pwede mo pa rin gamitin yan ng product rule of differentiation. Okay? Whether you believe it or not. Okay? Bigyan kita ng example. So, let's just say, meron tayong ganito. We have x minus 1 all over 2x plus 3. So, paano mo itong gawin product rule? Eh, di naman sila magkadikit eh. Ito yung naka-divide to eh. Kasi kapag naka-fraction, ibig sabihin nun, ito ay quotient or kumbaga parang magdi-divide. Pero, bakit pwede pala ito ng product rule? Pwede siya actually. Yun nga, the thing is, bakit? Una, remember one of the laws of exponent, yung reciprocal identity. Kapag meron kang x raised to negative n, okay, tapos gusto mo siya maging positive, magiging 1 all over x raised to n na siya. Kumbaga, reciprocal identity. You know? Parang ganun. So, point being, kung gusto mong ilagay si polynomial sa taas, kumbaga gusto mo siya magkatabi ng numerator, pwede. Pero palitan mo nga lang siya ng negative, negative tuloy. Palitan mo lang siya ng sign sa exponent niya. Okay? So ulitin ko, if gusto mo yung denominator ilagay sa numerator, kumbaga magkatabi sila ng numerator, pwede naman. However, ipapalit mo nga lang yung sign ng exponent niya. So ito, kung makikita mo to, we have 2x plus 3. So this is the same as 2x plus 3 raised to 1. Okay? Parang ganito lang yun eh. X is the same as x raised to 1. Okay? 2x is the same as 2x raised to 1. Therefore, kapag meron tayong x minus 1, this is just the same as x minus 1 raised to 1. Okay? So yun lang. Okay? Kapag wala kang makitang visible na exponent, ibig sabihin nun, meron siyang exponent na 1. So ito, kapag meron kang nakitang polynomial, tapos wala siyang exponent, at gusto mo siyang magkaroon ng exponent, therefore, ito yung magiging itsura niya. Meron siyang parenthesis, at meron siyang exponent na 1. So if you're going to bring it up, ganito magiging itsura niya. Magiging x minus 1 times quantity 2x plus 3 raised to negative 1. O you see, nag-iba ang sign ng exponent. So dito, you can use product rule of differentiation. However, Una, paano mo to expand? So ito, medyo pa-advance tayo nun, okay? Advance pa to, advance discussion pa to in the future. Okay? But at least nakuha nyo yung idea na, hala, pwede pala rito si product rule of differentiation. Pero sa susunod pa, kasi medyo advanced pa to. Okay? So, here's the thing though. Since nasabi ko sa'yo na, di ba parang may quotient, quotient na operation dito. Kasi di ba, fraction to, di ba? X minus 1 all over 2x plus 3, fraction yan eh. So, ibig sabihin nun, x minus 1 divided by 2x plus 3. Kumbaga parang nagdi-divide sila. Gets niyo ako? Parang ganito yun eh. 4 all over 3 is the same as 4 divided by 3. Hence, ito, x minus 1 all over 2x plus 3 is the same as quantity x minus 1 divided by quantity 2x plus 3. Okay? So, basically, this is an example of rational expression. Okay? Kapag mayroon kang dalawang polynomials sa each side ng fraction, rational expression tawag nun. Or kung function man siya, rational function ang tawag mo sa kanya. Okay? So, dahil yun nga, parang, yun nga, nakita nyo na yung, yung operation ginamit, di ba? Kumbaga pang division operation, di ba? So, that means, gagamit tayo ng quotient rule of differentiation. Yan ang i-discuss natin sa susunod. Okay? This will be the next topic to be discussed after this one. Okay? If we have the product rule, we have the quotient rule. Okay? So, ito pa. Right? We have the quotient rule, product rule. Okay? After ng quotient rule, we can now proceed to the trigonometric functions. Okay? So, one more thing pala, I would like to add. Di ba, I've given you examples na dalawang functions magkadikit-dikit. Eh, what if kaya we have more than two functions magkadikit-dikit? Tapos gagamit ka ng product rule. Paano yun? So, we will discuss that in the future pa. Kasi advanced na yun. Alright? So that is all guys. Thank you and I hope you have learned in this discussion. See you